Over the past few weeks, we have seen several tropical systems near and around Japan, but our latest storm looks like it could have the biggest impact. That is Tropical Storm Shanshan, which is currently a severe tropical storm, but it's expected to intensify over the upcoming days as it moves into an area favorable for development. Still could become actually a super typhoon as it nears southwestern Japan, impacting places like Kyushu, Shikoku, the Kii Peninsula, with some of the heaviest of the rainfall here. Some spots get add up to 2, maybe 500 millimeters of total precipitation. Now, here's the deal. It is going to peak just offshore, maybe near super typhoon intensity, if not at that. But once it starts to turn towards the east, that is all thanks to a trough digging in from the north, which should start to shear it out, which is why, we're going to have the right front quadrant likely remain offshore for a good duration of this storm system. Also, it's going to start to get sheared apart, but with that, the moisture is going to get spread out. Watch this, just that kind of get shredded towards north and east, hitting these mountainous areas with orographic lifting. You get that heavy rain, and that's why I do think the flood threat with this storm system, and maybe even landslides because of the volcanic soil out here, is going to be kind of the biggest issue we are going to be seeing. First, for parts of Kyushu, Shikoku, especially into the mountains here, this is just a steep wall right in there, and even across the Kii Peninsula, and even over towards like Osaka, Nagoya, and eventually into Tokyo. Now, if you notice in the models there, I have one showing the GFS, the other showing the ECMWF, because there's a little bit of a differentiation or a split in the guidance from ECMWF to GFS, and even within the models. I mean, for example, ECMWF showing this come on shore around Kyushu and all the way back towards Nagoya. There's a spread there, and it all depends on that interaction with that trough coming in from the north. Plus, the sooner the interaction, the quicker this turns towards the east, the weaker it could be overall on top of that. So first, let's take a look at what the ECMWF is showing with not only spaghettis, but the actual model guidance here. And this is going ahead into Monday over towards Tuesday as it nears the coastline of Kyushu. Current ECMWF shows it just skirting the coast of Kyushu here throughout the day on Tuesday. That's going to be a lot of rain, maybe some damaging winds to places like Kumamoto before kicking off towards Shikoku, passing towards the east of Iwakuni. We got some military friends out there. You're going to be wanting to watch this very closely, and even over towards Osaka as well, as it moves off towards north and east. Osaka, Kobe, all could be looking at some pretty messy weather with this too. So it's definitely a series of impacts as it hits the mountains, squeezes out that moisture. You get some funneling with the winds, and it just has a multifaceted impact here with this storm system. Everywhere in red, though, it does indicate 50 millimeters or more. And as I mentioned, there could be some local spots just seeing an atrocious amount of precipitation. So here's our forecast for Tuesday. As I mentioned, it's going to be nearing shoreline on Tuesday. We're already in Kumamoto, Shikoku, over towards the Kii Peninsula, including Osaka, Nagoya as well, looking at rainfall, because even if the center's further towards the south, you're going to have that onshore flow kick around here. So mudslides and things like that, even in the mountains further towards the north, could be problematic here starting on Tuesday and even carrying over towards Wednesday. Sapporo, it's raining, not directly associated with our tropical system, but that passing trough that's kicking on by, it's going to pull in that moisture. So for even like Tokyo, that inflow is going to start to impact on Tuesday. It picks up Wednesday over towards Thursday. Temperatures in the high 20s, low 30s. It's hot out there. Main reason for that is because that inflow of moisture wrapping and around behind the storm system. And then if you're to Okinawa, a little bit hotter, but looks like the rain chances remaining kind of nil out in your neck of the woods. So, of course, I'm going to continue to keep you posted on this tropical system. As we look ahead right now, it's not the most organized, but it is expected to intensify over the upcoming days. All right, big thanks for everybody who supports this channel. If you want to check out our links down below, please do so. And also a huge thanks to our sponsors, which if you want to help sponsor the channel, check out our Patreon. But this is one of our latest, especially for those looking for maybe some finance. And that is Frontrunner Financial Consultancy. If you're in the market for affordable U.S. tax accounting and bookkeeping offered by U.S. qualified accountants, then choosing them is your best option. I know when I lived overseas, I had a hard time finding someone to help me with my taxes. So if you're in Japan, the Philippines, or anywhere else, Check them out at frontrunnertechfinancial.com and make sure you give them a shout out and say thanks for supporting this channel.